G'day guys, this is Chef John. Today folks, I'm going to be bringing you Garam Masala. No, actually it's Lee from Curries and Kebabs. There'll be no Chef Lee in these videos. I'm basically just a home cook that likes to cook. Okay guys, this is the serious part. I'm making Garam Masala, an essential ingredient to most Indian and Pakistani curries and marinades. Now the ones you buy in the shops, usually they use quite cheap ingredients. Homemade Garam Masala not only uses much nicer ingredients, more expensive ingredients, it's fresher, and it's just so much better. It's like chalk and cheese. Homemade Garam Masala, really in my opinion, is essential if you really want to get maximum flavour into your kebabs and curries. So this is just a quick video showing you how to make your own Garam Masala. Now I make a really good Garam Masala. All the ingredients that I use will be listed below. So if you miss them when I'm talking, don't worry, they'll be actually listed below the video. You can make as much or as little as you like. You can add extra ingredients that you prefer the flavour of. In time, if you carry on cooking and learn to create real authentic Pakistani, Middle Eastern and Indian food, you'll adjust your own masalas, your own spice blends to suit your taste and what your family likes. My preference is what you're going to be seeing today. So anyway, what I'll start with, I'm going to make quite a large batch for me, but you can halve the ingredients or you can quarter the ingredients. It's entirely up to you. So I cook quite a lot, so I'm making quite a large amount. I will probably fill this jar right up of Garam Masala. But anyway, so here it goes. Now look, I've got some cinnamon sticks here. I'll add, you know, I'm not really one of these people who is really fastidious regarding measurements. Now I've got a handful here of cinnamon sticks. Now I'm putting them in this pan because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to dry roast these spices to get the most out of them. I'll just get a tablespoon. Now I'll measure I've got some green ilachi, green cardamom, about a tablespoon here. They're known as green cardamom, choti ilachi, which means small cardamom. The green are better. Don't use the white ones. White ones are bleached. Green are much better. Look for big pods, and yeah, buy your spices if you can from local, from Indian stores, because the spices are generally much better quality than supermarkets. That's my tip for you. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of green cardamom in here. It wasn't quite a tablespoon, but I was adding a few more in there. Black pepper, good tablespoon of black pepper, essential. Now Garam Masala, Garam in Hindi or in Urdu, Garam means warm, means hot. Now, long before the arrival of chilies in the subcontinent, these spices were used as warming ingredients. When we talk about warming ingredients, we're not talking about probably chili heat, maybe, I don't know how to quite explain it, but warming ingredients in Ayurvedic medicine, you've got two types of food, cooling and warming. Now a cooling food, I'll give you an example. A cooling food would be obviously something like a watermelon. What else would be a cooling food? Believe it or not, green chilies are considered a warming ingredient. Sorry, a cooling ingredient. Now a warming ingredient would be something that heats the body up. A warming ingredient would be meat. A cooling ingredient would be green vegetables. This is all to do with Ayurvedic medicine. This is what, they believe in getting a balance. A balance. Now, garam means warm. These are all warming spices. These spices warm the body. Obviously, they give lots of lovely flavour, but medicinally, they're a warming spice. So you would add these. So you want a balance. When you're cooking, you want a balance. But anyway, I've gone off topic a little bit there. I'm just giving you an idea what garam means and the fact that these spices are warming spices. Yeah, they are warming to your taste buds, but mostly they're considered to be warming to the body. Garlic is a warming food. Onions are a warming food. Coriander is probably, a green coriander is a cooling food. Fruit juices, that kind of thing. Lemon juice would be a cooling. Potatoes would be warming. It's quite hard to explain, but anyway, that gives you an idea. Now anyway, back to the garam masala. So far I've put in a handful of cinnamon, tablespoon of green cardamom, and a tablespoon of black peppercorns. Now, this isn't a spice that was originally from Southeast Asia, but like chilies and things like that, it ended up in the kitchen of the subcontinent. These are allspice. Now, lots of garam masala recipes, you won't see allspice in the recipe. In India, this is known as kebab chini. Now, chini, I believe, means sugar, kebab chini. So I don't know really where we've got the name kebab chini from, but this is allspice. A very, very good ingredient to go in your garam masala. Excellent. Really packs lots of flavour. Native to the Caribbean, I believe. Intensively used over there in your jerk mixes, etc., etc. But great in garam masala. Now I'm going to add that tablespoon. Now, cloves. When you buy your cloves, go to a good Indian supermarket and look for real good quality cloves. You want the little flower bud on the top. You want a nice large clove. Supermarket ones, they're okay, but they're not A grade. So, tablespoon here of cloves. Put them in. Now, we use two types of cardamom in garam masala. One is the green, as you've already seen, and now the next one are brown cardamom, sometimes called black cardamom, sometimes called large cardamom, kali elachi. These are a large cardamom that have a smoky flavour, because basically when they're picked, the cardamom are dried over a sort of a fire, so they're a smoked cardamom, and they really are essential in this spice blend. So I'll add those. Again, find those in your Indian supermarket. You'll get all your best spices in the Indian or Pakistani supermarket. Now, you won't see this in a lot of garam masala blends. You'll see this is fennel seed. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of fennel seed. Next we have, this is very essential, some nice I don't know quite what the name is for this, if they're leaves or like the tendril or something like that. But this is mace. This is called Javatri in Indian, or Hindi or Urdu. I like to add quite a bit of that. Really essential, that is. And also I have, which I'm going to break up in my mortars and pestle in a minute, I've got 2 whole nutmegs. Now these nutmegs, the mace and the nutmeg are from the same plant. This leaf, this mace here, covers the nutmeg. That's what it that's what it does. But beautiful flavour. Now I'm just going to quickly break these up over here in my mortars and pestle because they're a little bit too big and heavy to be ground up in my spice blender. So there's one. And always buy whole nutmegs. You don't want to buy nutmeg powder because the flavour is lost quite quickly. Now I've got some bay leaves here, except they're not true bay leaves. These are leaves from the cinnamon tree. They call them Tejpata in Indian. They don't have a real lot of flavour, but they have a mildish flavour, but they're very essential. Now, they're quite a big leaf. You'll find these in Indian supermarkets. They're used in curries. They are a Garam Masala. They are a warming spice. Now I'll break these up, these leaves. I've got about 4 or 5 of these leaves, maybe, yeah, 4 or 5. I'll break these up and add them to the mix I have here. Just breaking these up. Now, I like to add my own touch. Now I was mentioned a minute ago that you'll make your own spice masalas up eventually, to suit your taste, to suit what you like. Now I've got a couple of ordinary bay leaves here. Before the people who moved, Indian people and Pakistani people moved to England and they couldn't get hold of all their spices, they actually used bay leaves in place of the Tejpata or the cinnamon leaf. So it's quite acceptable. And I come from England, so, you know, we use things which quite possibly they don't use in the subcontinent because obviously we've adapted, or the Indian people have adapted over time, and they've got British taste to some degree. So anyway, I've added these bay leaves. Now I added, like I said, don't worry too much if you're not getting all the spices because I'm going to add a list at the end. I added about 5 ordinary Greek bay leaves, and I added about 5 of the Indian bay leaf, or the Pakistani bay leaf. Now, next ingredient is going to be 2 tablespoons. In actual fact, it'll probably be 3 tablespoons of coriander seed. And same again with cumin seeds. 1, 2, 3. Now, like I said, this is quite a large amount, but it will keep for several months, and it will still taste a million times better than the rubbish that's already been pre-made. Now, and the pre-made stuff sat on the shelf for months, you know what I mean? So anyway, look, I've got a handful here, or not quite a handful, it's an exaggeration. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, say 8 star anise. Now, with blended masalas that you find, garam masalas that you find in the supermarkets, I can guarantee you won't find this ingredient in those. In actual fact, most supermarkets, sometimes you'll even struggle to, unless you read ingredients, you know, you have to check, be really careful, check the ingredients. Sometimes you won't even find cardamom in the masala. So, you know, it's a pretty lame excuse for garam masala. So anyway, like I said, here are your, these star anise. I love the flavour of these star anise. They make it, this is actually, in fact, I find that people from Pakistan tend to use star anise more than people from India. And people from the Middle East generally don't make their own garam masala. Though they use it, they don't actually make their own blends. So they generally buy ready-made. But they buy generally from, like the people in Kuwait, and they buy from an Indian grocers, and it, you know, has pre-made garam masalas go. I'm guessing they'll be pretty good. But anyway, right, okay. Now, next thing, very, very important, is I'm going to dry roast these ingredients. Dry roasting brings out a lot of flavour. It brings out the flavour. In actual fact, nearly all your spices can be dry roasted before being used. You'll find out more about this as we go along. In my recipes, I'll show you exactly what I do. Anyway, back to the garam masala. I'm going to turn on this little gas burner. Now, it's on quite high. I'm just going to heat the pan up. I'm going to blend all these spices together. I just want to get a bit of colour and sort of a roasted smell to start coming up. The smell is absolutely amazing. When you use homemade garam masala, you know, it's so much different to the shop bought rubbish, especially Western supermarket garam masala. That stuff is a waste of time, quite frankly. This amount of garam masala will last me about, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe 2 months max. Depends how much I cook, obviously, but and how many dishes I make. Whatever you do, though, don't burn the spices. You don't want to burn them. You want to roast, you don't want to burn. Garam masala is an essential ingredient in Pakistani, Punjabi, lots of Indian dishes from the north especially. It's used quite extensively in Kurdish food, like I said, Middle Eastern food. But you will not beat homemade garam masala. It's essential for a real authentic taste. I think most good cooks in India and Pakistan will make their own masala. They won't rely on the shop bought. They especially won't rely on Western supermarket garam masala. The smell's really starting to permeate the room now. It won't take long to roast these spices. I'm hearing a few crackles here now. That's the coriander seed and the cumin. They will warm the other spice. You might even just about get that little bit of waft of smoke that's coming up here now. It's not burning, we're roasting. Now, If I could call my assistant back, because I'm going to turn the video off in a minute, and then I'm going to get the spice grinder out, and I'm going to show you guys how I grind, I suppose. Now look, they've changed colour, lots of the spices have changed colour, and now it's time for me to just let these cool a little bit, and then I'm going to put them in a coffee grinder slash spice grinder, nut grinder, and then I'll show you the next step. Look at all that smoke coming up. Okay, if we can turn off now, that'd be great. Okay, now I'm just going to put the roasted mix into the grinder. I'm adding, this will be a couple of batches. You might have to break some of the cinnamon sticks up yourself or something like that. But anyway, lid on. Take it over to my plug socket over here. Okay, that's all the spices ground up. Let's have a little look at here. Unbelievable, really good. Is that in focus, Lee? Mm-hmm. Okay, hang on a minute. The smell is absolutely amazing. I've got a couple more batches to do. The smell is absolutely amazing. Now, when you're using this garam masala, if you're used to buying shop bought, especially supermarket, be a little bit careful because it's 2, maybe 3 times the strength, much more flavour, packed full of flavour, and you will have to proceed with caution when using this in your dishes, in your marinades and in your curries. That's what you'll have to do. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. That's for the very first video I've done. Stay tuned for more videos. I hope to bring you a video once a week, maybe 1, maybe 2 a week. And now, if you really like my videos, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'll get back to all the comments if I can. I'll get back to on my other channel. I'll get back to most of the comments. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I look forward to reading your comments. And that's it from Chef Lee. Goodbye. Thank you very much.